family and friends, a very warm welcome to each of you as we gather to celebrate the wonderful and joyous occasion of the union and marriage of Molly and Des. As we look back on our lives, we realise there are moments that stand out from others in their significance. This afternoon is certainly one of those moments, because together we celebrate the love Molly has for Des and Des has for Molly. When I asked Des what he loves most about Molly, he replied, "There are so many things that he loves about Molly, but it's the little things that he loves most. Her smile that lights up every room she enters. He also loves the big things that make her so special. She is always there for others, the first to help someone in need. Des tells me he would be very surprised if Molly wasn't speed dial number 1 on all her friends' phones." When I asked Molly what she loved most about Des, she replied, "Des is an old soul. Molly loves his calming, grounding energy that makes everyone around him feel safe and cared for. She loves that he values tradition and family. He is the most selfless person she knows. He would do anything for anyone without expecting anything in return. Molly loves how safe and protected Des makes her feel no matter what is going on in life." Story begins when our couple locked eyes in Dakota nightclub in town. Des had been messaging Molly for weeks beforehand, but Molly was reluctant as she knew Des was much younger than her. Not one to let that stop him, Des won Molly over with his dashing smile, or in Molly's words, his big, laughy, smiley head. It was love at first sight as they met 12 days in a row after their first meeting, having their first date in the Counter Burger. Des couldn't help but fall in love with Molly when he saw her relationship with her family and friends and how similar it was to his own. On Saturday, the 30th of November, Des suggested they go for a nice walk together. While Molly was having a look around, Des got down on one knee and asked that very special question. Both drenched to the bone, but never happier, as Molly replied a very big yes. I am sure we can all agree here today, we are very excited to see what the future has in store for this adventurous couple, and we believe that it'll be your biggest adventure yet. By the power vested in me by the Irish state, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Ryan. Des, you may now kiss your beautiful bride.
So the only thing we're worried about now is, will Des be able to keep up with her? And does he realise that when he's 80 or 90, he's going to be marching up and down the hills of Glendalough? Because I can't see Molly ever stopping.
Des, we love you. We feel so lucky that you're part of our lives. The Ryans are a second home and family for Molly. And from our family to yours, thank you so much, and we couldn't imagine her joining a better family.
Molly was, she's a bright spark, a little Duracell bunny of energy. She's the best thing that ever happened to Des, and it's so nice to see how happy he is ever since he met you. And he's a better version of himself since he met you.
We'd sat and talked for hours. He asked me on a date for the next day, and I remember thinking in my head, like jokingly, obviously, I was like, if he says the Counter Burger, because that was my favourite restaurant at the time, I'm going to marry this man. And guess what he said?
I don't know what I would do without you in my life, and I really am the luckiest man in the world to now be able to call you my wife.